Today on Clubhouse Gas, University of Georgia pitching coach Brady Wiederhold is back to give us some more great tips on pitching. Stay tuned to Clubhouse Gas.
I like to do things exactly the same thing I'm doing now, is exactly the same thing I do with my guys, but keep it slowed down and very simple, all right? And the first things we do is just break down what our body is going to do right from the beginning, all right? And in order to do that, I take the very first drill we do, and for lack of a better term, I call it knee drill number one, all right? You could call it anything you want, but I don't have highly technical terms, so it's called knee drill number one. But what we do on knee drill number one is that we go down on one knee. Hopefully I don't cut off the mic. But we just simply go down on one knee here. Right knee's down, left knee's up for right-handers. It's reversed for left-handers. Okay? And you guys that are sitting here, you're going to go, wow, we did that at camp when I was 6. You know, they're just throwing and catching, coach. Why we got to do that? Well, we do exactly the same thing, but I'm going to show you what I'm looking for. Instead of just sitting here like you did with your buddy Jimmy in camp, just flopping it back and forth and chasing the ball against the fence. All right? So what we do is we go down on one knee. Right knee's down, left knee is up. Now, what I've done taking it on a knee is I've totally taken the lower half of my body out of the equation. I'm worried about the upper body only. All right? And what's happening. And all I'm focused on here is how I break my hands and how I rotate my shoulders towards home plate. All right? Direction is big with me. All right? Direction is huge. If this is the center line going and home plate's right in front of me, since baseball's been invented, gentlemen and ladies, the plate has never moved. I don't think. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think home plate has ever shifted other than being straight in front of the pitching rubber. All right? And you laugh, but it's true. Right? You find so many guys getting off that line. All right? So direction is very big for me. And until the day that they invent arena baseball, like they do with football, and they start shifting the plate this way, or they shift the plate over this way, the plate's still going to be right in front. All right? So everything we do wants to be geared towards our body, our momentum, our power. Everything is going towards that home plate area, right? Towards our catcher. And so we want to stay in that straight line. And what's happening, guys, when you take yourself off your center line, is again, we go back to the health issue, you're putting extremely too much pressure on your elbow and the shoulder. All right? And it's not going to hurt you when you're 10. It just doesn't. I could drop you, hold you by your feet, boop, drop you on your head, you're going to bounce right back up. All right? I mean, that's just the way it works when you're 10. I wish I was 10 again. But as you get older and you continue to do that, and you continue to throw towards that other plate, and you do it again, and you're going to throw a curveball, blah, and you're going to do this. All right? Well, over time, it starts to break down your arm. Okay? And when you become 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 when I get you, all right, you start to have those issues. And so we want to take that away, especially at a young age if we possibly can, or correct some of those issues when they get older. You talk about Maddox, you talk about Glavine, you talk about guys that have been successful for long periods of time, all right, there are basics that they accomplish, all right? And one is making sure that they're directional and they stay straight to the plate for the most part. Okay, I mean, even Maddox, you know, he's got that little hop at the end, you know, and he was with the Braves, and then now you see him saying he gets that little hop, but everything's going towards home plate. All right, so that's very important how we get there and stay in a straight line. But as far as everybody looking exactly the same, that's not going to happen. Guys have different arm angles. Some guys are more successful here. Some guys are more successful more over the top. As long as they stay behind the baseball, I want what is natural as far as arm slot goes. All right, and like I said, I could go on and on and on, but let me get back to the original drill. I call it knee drill number one, and I'm just going to say the wall is my partner, all right, or my catcher, and you would get with a buddy and be no more than, I don't know, 20, 25 feet apart, all right? And I got my glove, but I didn't bring a baseball. But here you go, flip me one up there. You can stay in the wrapper, it doesn't matter. Beautiful, you're my man. All right, but I'm using my partner over here on the side, all right? I've taken the legs totally out of it, knee drill number one, and all I'm accomplishing here is I'm turning my shoulders like I was coming in the stretch position, all right? There was a guy on base. It doesn't matter right now. I'm just coming in the stretch position. Now I'm worried about how I break my hands and how I rotate my shoulders towards home plate, all right? And so the two things I'm looking for here, there's only two, all right? One, as I break my hands, am I getting on top of the baseball on the backside? Am I getting here? Notice, I didn't say how I got it there, All right, I used to be that guy. 15 years ago I started college coaching. I was one of those guys, make thumb to thigh, reach to the sky. You might have heard that before if you've had pitching lessons or something. Got to be thumb to thigh, reach to the sky. Got to get long, loopy, and be on top. Well, again, watch the guys in the big leagues. All right, there's some guys that are shorter, some guys that are medium, some guys that are longer. All right, the main key, no matter how you get it out of there, all right, is that you get on top on the backside. That's the big key. Well, you got your 2-seam, 4-seam, we could go grips, we could do it all, but get on top. One, that takes a tremendous amount of pressure off of this and off of this. You'd be amazed. Guys, even at our level, that'll come, they'll break their hands, and they'll be on the side of the baseball here. All right, they'll get on the side and not get all the way turned, or even 3/4. They'll get about here. All right, and then they're trying to stay on top of the ball. Well, they can't really because the elbow's got to drop to force your momentum going forward. And so you can't stay on top of the ball, and you get a lot of action that you don't want. So the number one key, and that's why we break it down with a knee drill, is get on top of the baseball on the backside. No matter what the grip is. It could be your fastball, it could be your change, it could be your breaking ball. Get on top facing the other direction. That's extremely important for younger guys as well, because you'll see guys, they'll go in like they're throwing a shot put. They'll pull it out, chunking it over, whoom, going for the Olympics or something on a shot put throw. You don't have any power, and you lose a lot of your power. Your command can't be there as a pitcher, which means throwing a lot of strikes, and you're putting extremely too much pressure on the elbow and the shoulder. All right, so on the backside, we're worried about getting on top of the baseball. All right, now, I'm going to face you guys now, and everybody won't be able to see this, but with my lead arm, okay, this is what's important to me. All right, this is what helps keep direction. Now remember, I said staying on that center line. I'm going to break my hands 2 different ways, and the guys that are right in front of me may be able to see it. Other ones you probably can't right now. But I'm going to break it 2 different directions, or 2 different ways, and I want you to notice how, and watch my front shoulder and front shoulder only. As I break my hands, which way is my front shoulder more directly in line or on this center line? I'm not going to get on that thing, it'll kill my knee. But if we stay in a center line here towards home plate, and it goes A and B, A and B. And without asking anybody, all right, those 2 different ways, the one that would be better for me and keeps my shoulder more in line, all right, again, one more time, there's A and there's B, is B, all right? B keeps my front shoulder locked in more here, all right, as I break. I'm on top on the backside, all right, but what's happening here is what I call draping. If I had a towel and I could drape it right over my arm right there down in this window, that's the position I want to be in. Now notice, I'm not in here. I'm not taking my glove and poking it into my chest here. I have a lot of room, but I could drape a towel right over there, okay? And the reason being is now my shoulder, and if I was standing up, my knee, hip, ankle, everything would be in line towards the catcher. If I do the prototypical point towards my target, which a lot of us were taught when we were younger, and I was too, point the glove to the target because that's keeping you in a straight line, my front shoulder is immediately starting to go over here. All right, towards my guys that gave me the ball. It's immediately starting to go over here. Now, I'm trying to go there. My momentum's already taken me here. So as I start to rotate towards the catcher, got to touch the glove. Dad told me to do that when I was 6. I have to immediately start to tilt my shoulders. Head starts to tilt. My momentum, my weight, my power is going this way. When again, right from the beginning, I told you we need to stay on that center line, stay straight. All right? So if I go draping here with the front arm and drape my towel, that allows me, now as I start to rotate my shoulders, they stay square, the head stays level, I'm able to stay on top of the ball here, all right? And as my chest now starts to go towards my glove, I can stay over the top of the ball, I can get what I call nose over toes at the end, and I can reach out and touch the mitt and finish in a straight line and have something behind the ball instead of my momentum going this way and taking away from my power behind the ball, all right?